What's up, you guys? I'm starting this vlog looking like a mess. This is my official moving into my apartment vlog. I mean, kind of. Like, I'm here. Obviously, this is my new apartment. It's empty right now. If you missed my empty apartment tour, go watch that first. I'll have it in a card. But if you're just stumbling on this, what's up? I'm Kristee. I'm moving to New York City. I just got my first studio apartment in Brooklyn, and my movers are coming tomorrow. So with all my stuff that I had in storage in DC, which is where I lived last, they are bringing my furniture, all my boxes of personal belongings. I'm ready to have my stuff, but also I know it's gonna be overwhelming and there's not a ton of space. So it's just gonna be boxes and a mess for a while. And before that, actually, in the morning, the cable guy is coming, setting up my internet. Things are happening, but today, I don't have cable. So I'm going to Starbucks right now to upload my last vlog for you guys to watch. I really want to take a shower, but I need to get a shower curtain first. So I'm gonna go to Target and get that and a few other things. Yeah, just like piece by piece, slowly putting things together in the apartment. And then my movers will be in this vlog. I'm actually going to dinner tonight with Michelle Reed, who's another YouTuber who I've never met before. We've been like watching each other's videos forever. And I'm just so excited to actually meet up with her and hang out. What's nice about moving to New York is there's actually like a decent amount of YouTubers and like YouTube friends that I have that live here. So it'll be so cool to actually be able to like hang out with YouTubers again. Came to Target. I'm not getting a ton of stuff, but just a couple things that I didn't order on Amazon that I'll need, like dish soap, sponges. I'm gonna get a shower curtain and just kind of walk around. I made a little list, but again, I don't want to have too much that I can't carry. Just like a couple cleaning things, like probably cheap wipes would be good. Got some stuff so far, just a few kitchen home things that are carryable. I'm looking at curtains, so I'm gonna get sheer curtains. Honestly, those are probably fine. 63 inches, I don't think that's long enough. Need kind of long ones for my big window. Sheer curtains, softly filter sunlight to maintain room brightness. That's good. 84 inches, I think, is good. I measured it this morning. Cool. These like feel, I think I'm gonna go for the slightly more expensive ones, which is out of character for me, but I can tell they just like feel nicer. Okay, you guys, I'm looking like a little bit of a human. Who would have thought? I'm going to go meet Michelle for dinner, but first, so my AC unit for the window came in the mail, and I'm so stupid, and I don't have a screwdriver because it's in my stuff that's coming with the movers tomorrow, so I can't even install it. So that's gonna be annoying because it's already like in the way, and I want it to be functioning when they arrive because it's gonna be hot. Yeah, I just put on a little dress just because it's hot and I didn't really feel like putting on shorts or pants. Yeah, we're going to a place called Tribeca in Tribeca. If you guys are interested in like New York City kind of vlogging, she works full-time and she does YouTube and she's really sweet. So I'll have her channel linked down below. Went the wrong direction on one of the trains, and so I had to turn around and backtrack, and now I'm so late and one of them got delayed and I feel so bad. So Michelle, if you're watching this, I probably profusely apologized in person already, but I feel bad. Guys, we just finished dinner. I'm with Michelle. Hi. Look at this. Tell them what is up.
We just got the check.
No, wait, show the front first.
We just got the check. It looks super normal.
Yeah, look at that.
You open it up, there's a phone. Like it's like at Chili's, you know, like the little things they have on the table.
I don't think I've been to Chili's.
You never been to Chili's?
We didn't really have fun growing up. Yeah, an iPad?
Where you can like swipe your card.
There's
no swipe.
It's a survey. How funny is that?
Oh, that's right.
That's right. You didn't know it was for the survey. He answers the check and he goes, there's a survey in here, and then she opens it and it's a phone, and she was very confused. Are you gonna take the survey? He was very nice. We'll give him a good rating. Anyway, yeah.
10 out of 10.
Come to Sarah Beth's and
Tribeca.
Phil. Ask for Phil.
12 o'clock midnight.
I caved. I was trying to sleep. It's like past midnight and it's just so hot in here. So finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make do. And instead of using a screwdriver, I used one of my scissor blades to screw this thing on, which honestly the pressure of this will be good enough to hold it until I get my toolkit tomorrow to like make sure it's solid. Oh, it feels so nice. And the accordion things didn't stretch far enough, so I'm gonna have to order like extra long ones or something. So I put up cardboard to suffice for the night. So happy that I have cool air in here. I'll probably let it run for like 10 more minutes, cool the room down a little bit, and then turn it off and go to sleep because tomorrow my movers are coming and this place is gonna be a mess.
The next day.
It is officially moving day. I am so dark. I put put on self tanner. It looks much darker on this camera screen, but whatever. I still have to wash it off, obviously. Does anyone else just feel like a different person before and after self tanner? I'm so ready. It's been too long. I'm just chilling with my air conditioning unit that works. I have it on the fan right now, so it's not like using as much energy. So, sir, cable man's supposed to come between 11 and 2, and I'll have some time before the movers come. I haven't gotten any sort of confirmation, so I haven't heard anything from the movers, which is a little concerning, but hopefully they're still coming. I'll probably make some avocado toast for lunch because I actually have things to cook now. I have a pan. I got this pan, and it's one of the fancy green pan ones. My mom always says these are the best ones. This one's not even green. Lies. It was on the wrong rack because it said $14.99, and I was like, oh, that's a deal, even though it's small. I was like, okay. And then it ended up being like $24, and I was like, now I can at least make my eggs on it. I got a shower curtain. So it's like this little triangle gold. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute in the picture. From Target. And a couple things which I failed at. First of all, this tension rod is meant for 16 to 24 inches, and I specifically remember seeing the one that was like at least 3 feet, and I was like, oh, okay, perfect. And I thought I grabbed that one, and I didn't. So this is not wide enough for my window. So I was planning on just using a tension rod with these sheer curtains I got. I just can't put them up with anything yet. So they're the just plain sheer curtains, 84 inches long. Also annoying is that in the picture there's 2 panels there, and then down here in the fine print it says 1 panel included, and this was like 20 bucks. Moving is just expensive, so I'm gonna stop bitching about the cost of everything. I just need to get a new tension rod to put those up, and I got little hooks to put, I thought these would be good by the door here to hang my keys and stuff. You guys, I have internet, it works. I'm so happy. I can stop using my hotspot. So he had to set it up over in this corner because that's where the cable's coming in. But he said once I get an extension cord, then I can like move it back behind the stove. And I'm thinking I'll probably put a little table or shelf thing here anyway, so then I can have it set up like that. So it's 1 p.m. now. He just left. My first appointment's down. Now I'm just waiting for the movers. I'm gonna shower off my tan right now. Okay, that's the update. I have internet. You guys. My apartment is still empty. It's 3 o'clock, and I was told I also washed off my spray tan, and it looks pretty orange still. So it's 3 o'clock, rolls around, and I was expecting the movers like 2. Finally, I just called them, and I was like, hey, like, you guys are supposed to come bring my stuff to New York today, and I didn't get a confirmation. And he's like, oh no, we're coming on August 2nd. And I was like, who? What? Oh wait, no, actually, you never actually confirmed it. Or like, so do you want to book it for August 2nd? And I was like, wait a second. And so he goes and looks, and he comes back, and he's like, oh yeah, you called and got your estimate, but you never actually called back to book it. And I was like, no, you emailed me my estimate days before I even called, before I even got the apartment. And then when I called, I said that I wanted it as soon as possible, and then they told me that the first available day was July 31st, Wednesday, and they could be there from 2 to 5 p.m. And then they were like, yeah, okay, we'll be there. So they confirmed, like they didn't tell me, okay, call back to confirm or anything like that, like it was set. And so I told them, I was like, no, like that's not what happened. Like I already had the estimate when I called you on Friday. He's like, I need to go talk to my manager, I'll call you back. So my stuff's definitely not coming today. Things are not really going according to plan. I've literally said it like 5 times in this video, like my movers are coming. We're gonna roll with the punches. Hopefully they can come on Friday and it's not like, oh sorry, we're booked until next week. Hello? Okay, on Friday? So they're coming on Friday. Oh, I look so like greasy and just gross. Basically he was like, yeah, I started the booking and I just didn't finish it. And I was like, that was just really weird. And I feel awkward because I don't like to be the person that's like, by the end I was just like, you know, I was expecting it to be today. I had no reason to believe that it was not confirmed. Like you said that you didn't finish the booking. Like, can you give me a discount on this or something? Like I literally planned my whole day around this. Luckily I'm like in town and I don't desperately need the stuff today. I'm gonna carry on with my day and wash my hair and get ready for tonight. That's kind of why I didn't want to say what moving company I'm using, because I haven't like had a full experience with them yet, so I don't want to be like prematurely recommending them. It's not the biggest deal in the world that they didn't come when they said they were going to, and they delayed it 2 days. He said that they're already gonna be up in the area in New York. So hopefully they don't forget my stuff or something like that. It's like a little bit thunderstormy and it's starting raining, so it's probably best that all my stuff isn't brought through that. Anyway, what's up you guys? I look like a crazy person because I have like baking powder, not actual baking powder, like from a recipe. Starting to do my makeup and then I was like, oh, I might as well film a little Q&A because I feel like this vlog is a letdown because my moving didn't even happen. I'm gonna do a little bit of a Q&A with you guys to kind of update you. It's not like a full life update sit down video. I'm venturing up to Williamsburg, which never been there. It's part of Brooklyn. It's not Colonial Williamsburg. I made that same mistake. I have like over an hour before I need to leave, so I thought I would just film sitting in my empty living room. I still get questions to this day about what happened with my last roommate, and I just want to acknowledge relationships with people change, friendships with people change. They don't play the exact same role that they did at one point. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing necessarily. I literally don't have a bad word to say about Tyler, who was my roommate in DC for 2 years, if you guys don't know. But the thing is, when I first moved to DC, she was the legit only person I knew. And when I decided to move there, I didn't even know that she was going to be there. And we had been friends from our study abroad program on semester at sea. So we traveled together on semester at sea and hung out on the ship, and we had like the same little friend group. She was in my vlogs a lot in the beginning. Like we would go out on the weekends together. I went out a lot when I first moved to DC. I kind of had like a little freshman year of college phase, like my first couple months, honestly the first season in DC. I met a lot of her friends and we hung out, and she was in my vlogs a little more. We kind of just drifted apart, and it's not even a bad thing. Like nothing happened, no one event happened, and I've said that so many times that people don't believe me. I realized that like we had become good friends on semester at sea because of our environment and being in that very unique situation, like traveling together, but we weren't necessarily like the most compatible friends who had like a million things in common normally. So like we lived fine as roommates. We just kind of after the first initial like 6 months, maybe like first year, we just kind of hung out less, and I made my own friends. She had friends that moved there from college, and we like lived together in perfect harmony. We had no problems as roommates, but we kind of just did our own thing and had our own social circles and friends, which I think was honestly a great roommate relationship. I think she would probably say the same thing. Super fun, and I'm glad I had her in the beginning for sure. She made the move to DC so much easier for me in such a smooth transition, but then we kind of just like went our separate ways and then lived together, and we're great roommates. So that's why she wasn't really in the vlogs anymore, because we just weren't as close, and I just didn't feel like putting her on camera and when she was in her home and everything. How long do you plan on staying in NYC? I have no idea. At least 12 months, because that is how long my lease is. Is it a lot more expensive for you to live in New York versus DC? And honestly, no. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge that New York is on the expensive side for a city for sure, but I don't think people understand like DC is not a cheap place to live either. I think it's one of the highest cost of living cities in the US, if I'm not mistaken. So realistically, when I was looking at housing options and when I wanted to move after my master's and everything, in DC it would have been just as expensive, I think, for me to get a studio. New York, it tends to be smaller places for what you're paying. What is the square footage of your room? And I honestly don't even know that, which is kind of funny because I agreed to move in here, and I don't know, I don't really have a very good depth perception, so I feel like even if someone told me like, oh, it's 20 square feet, I'd be like, huh, okay. It wasn't on the website when I was looking at the apartment. If I had to guess, I'd probably say it's like 300 or 400. I honestly don't even know. Does that include closets and stuff? Does it feel weird to be paying so much more for a smaller space than you're used to having? Actually talking to Michelle a little bit about this last night when we went to dinner, because she's lived in New York for a few years. So this highlighter shattered when I was traveling, which is really sad, so I'm afraid to open it. I feel like I might as well just share how much I'm paying for this studio, because I feel like it's helpful. And if I were looking, I would want to know, and I've watched a few apartment tours where they have said how much they're paying, and I think it is actually very useful information. So whatever. When I was looking, I initially wanted to find a place, a studio, for $1,500, which I realized was like pretty optimistic. Even in DC, it was, I couldn't find that. The more research I did, the more I thought it would be realistic to find a place for like $1,650. Like that was a solid price good, but not like super luxurious. And I was looking at places that were like even more than that. And then finally I found this place and I am paying $16.50 a month for this room, which I think is really good. If you know the market in New York, a lot of places are like $2,000. And in DC, for my one room in the 2-bedroom apartment, I paid about $1,000. So it was a little less than $1,000, but then they raised our rent, so it was about $1,000. It is a big jump from what I was paying, but at the same time, I'm not only paying for the space, but my own space. Like, it's just mine and I'm paying all of it rather than splitting it with a roommate. I feel like I'm paying for the experience of living alone too. That's something I really wanted and it's something I value. People are asking about job updates. I wish there was more to update you on. It hasn't even been that long since I first talked about it. Still haven't heard anything, and every day that goes by, I definitely don't think I'm going to. Just logistically, I just feel like I would have heard something by now. I do not think I'm gonna get it, but that's okay. Yes, it's something I really, really wanted and like had my heart set on, but also in the real world, you kind of throw a lot of things at the wall until something sticks. You know, it's not just like, oh, you immediately graduate and then you apply to the first dream job in your dream city and then it's happily ever after. Like, it's not that easy. I'm fine with not getting it because at the same time, it brought me out to New York and it was that kind of final kick in the butt that I needed. It's like, why not move to a new city anyway? I haven't been sitting down and being super serious with my applications yet just because I've been so distracted by all this moving. But once my movers actually come on Friday and things settle down into next week, that's when I'm gonna get more serious about the job search. So then I'll talk about that more in those vlogs. And I know you're all wanting to hear the like magical like life update, I got my dream job kind of thing, but like, this is real life. Are you going to use the inflatable couch / do you miss it? And to be completely honest with you guys, I didn't know how I was gonna break this news, but I mean, I guess it kind of speaks for itself just in the size of this, but the inflatable couch, I don't think is gonna work out in this space. I think it served its purpose. It was a great, you know, monument to that apartment in that time of my life, but I do not think I will be inflating it in this room. I will be inflating it forever in my heart. I mean, I have it in a box and it's gonna be brought here, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. I hope this answered some of the questions you've been wondering. It got pretty personal. Hopefully you found it interesting. Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you made it to the end of this. I wanna get this up for you guys tomorrow with my brand new Wi-Fi. And I think this whole vlog pretty much took place inside this apartment with no furniture progress, but again, there's nothing we can do about that. But subscribe if you actually want to see the movers come and we'll put furniture in this room finally, and you can see what it looks like and how I'm feeling with arranging it. That will actually be in my next vlog because I got an email confirmation this time that the movers are coming on Friday, and I'll upload that on Sunday. So I love you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in my next vlog on Sunday. Okay, peace out, Girl Scout.